Hey guys, it's Kimberly and today I am bringing you guys a bonus video. This is an extra video for the week that I was not planning on posting. However, today in my Ulta launched the Nikita X Morphe collection that they did, and I just couldn't resist. I had to pick it up and I like to be as prompt as I can, so bonus video. So in this collection, they had two products, which is the palette, which I picked up, as well as a brush set. And I got both of them, and we're gonna try them both out today for you guys to see what we think and how it is. If you don't know who Nikita Dragun is, which I'm sure all of you do, she is an influencer. She is another beauty guru on YouTube, and you know, she just has all those cool designer outfits and she's always posting pictures, and she is just seems like a very fun person. So she has her own brand called Dragun Beauty, and the collaboration is not only with Nikita but with her brand Dragun Beauty. So they have this really cool emblem of the M and the dragon. Really cool stuff, and she is very extra and exciting, so I'm assuming this palette is also going to be very extra and exciting, and I'm ready to dive into it. So without further ado, let's just get to it. So as far as prices go, the palette retailed for $30 and the brush set retails for $20. So that's kind of the breakdown there, and this is what the unicarton looks like. It says Nikita, and it's just like black with this really cool pattern in her name, and the back is super cute. It's like a little cartoon of her, and then it has this little story here, which I'm going to read out loud because I think it's cute and I think it is definitely the message she wanted to get across, so I think it's important. So I'm gonna read it. It says, once upon a time, there was a little trans girl, which also, if you don't know who Nikita is, she is a trans male to female. So, once upon a time, there was a little trans girl with just a dream and a wig. Fast forward a couple of years later, and I have manifested the Morphe palette of my dreams. I was inspired by my fascination with the future, anime, and my travels to Tokyo, Japan, a city that's very special to me. Metamorphosis, a change of form, the process of transformation. Build your own beauty, create your own fantasy, unleash the dragon. XO Nikita Dragun. So I thought that was really cute. It was just like a little personal touch that really like speaks to her and her story, so I thought that was adorable. So this is the packaging, and then this is the palette right here, which I think is really cool looking. I love it. It's very like so fun, like all these neon colors. I know it's super random, but like to me it's very like cyberpunk-ish kind of looking, and I just think it is so cool. I watched her release video, her reveal video. She just posted it a couple hours ago, which is interesting. But she kind of says that she had like a video game theme and she wanted this to represent the different levels of her life. And so I get video game vibes. It's very cool. And it's that like cardboard packaging that they do. They've got one of these plastic protectors, and then this is what the inside looks like. It is no mirror, which is typical for Morphe. It just says the M, #MorpheBabe, with a black background, and all of these gorgeous 35 shades. Now, I have seen a lot of people put this on their anti-haul list that they weren't gonna buy this palette. I like it. A lot of people said that you know, Nikita's so crazy and this palette just doesn't scream intense to them. I don't know. I think it's perfect. I think that these bottom couple of rows represent her wildness and her outfits, her crazy extravagant outfits so well because it's colorful. But I mean, if you look, a lot of times she has like, her makeup is very like soft. I mean, obviously it's like visible. It's not like she doesn't wear makeup. But it's very like bedroom eyes, very like sultry, smoky. It's not always like rainbow. So I think that this is perfect because the top two rows, beautiful like smoky eye kind of colors. I think it's super cool. So I really like it. And if you can see, this shade right here is like swirl, like blue and purple. So I'm super excited to try that. And this one, Full Fantasy, is like leopard print, like black and purple. Super cool looking there, so I am very excited to dive in. And I typically am someone who really likes the Morphe formula, so I feel like it should be pretty good. The only thing I will say is I've started to notice that Morphe doesn't seem to really be coming out with their own products anymore. They seem to be a influencer heavy brand where they're just doing lots of collabs with already famous people, which is fun and we all love that, and clearly I bought it, but I feel like Morphe is almost losing like their identity within all of this and kind of just taking on the identities of other people. I don't know what you guys think about that, but it's very interesting. Like, nobody just talks about or reviews Morphe products. It always has somebody else's name attached to it recently, so just something I noticed. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch a few of these shades. Something else I really like about this palette is not all of their 35 pan palettes are like this, but there are shade names under all of the shadows, which I love. Nothing drives me more nuts than when a palette doesn't have shade names. So I'm gonna do a few swatches on my arm so that you guys can see. So first I'm going to swatch the shade 703. That is so pretty. Ooh, I really like that. It's like a rose gold, but more like bronzy looking. Really, really pretty. And then I'm gonna swatch the shade Katana, which is like this blue purple shade. That is also really pretty. A little less punchy than the other one, but gorgeous. I want to swatch now that Metamorphosis shade that is swirly. Not as exciting as I thought it was going to be, honestly. It's like very blueberry looking to me. Okay, let's see. Let's do Nicole, which is like a really pretty red. So all of those have been shimmer shades so far. This is a matte shade, which honestly, weirdly enough, usually the shimmer shades are the punchier ones, but that matte shade, I feel like has more pigment to it. And then let's do this shade in the bottom corner right here. It's called Matrix, and it is like glitter, like just straight up glitter. And I have yet to find a pressed glitter that I really, really like. So let's see how this swatches. I mean, it looks like a party, but it just feels terrible. Huh. Okay, not great, but I will say, and there's tons of glitter still on my finger, but less than other pressed glitters that I've been trying. I will say, I think that this is my favorite pressed glitter that I've tried thus far, but the standards are not high. And it's still something I feel like I don't really want to put on my eyes. But that is some of the swatches there for you. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed by the way that they swatched. I feel like that was very lackluster from what I was expecting. So yeah, like I said, I normally really like the Morphe formula, but that being said, it really matters how it goes on my eyes and how it applies with the brush, because that's what we're gonna be doing. So who knows? I might like it better on my eyes. So before we go in and do the eyes, I'm going to talk a little bit about this brush set since we will use these brushes. This is the Nikita Morphe Eye Brush Set, and it is 7 transformational brushes to help you create your own fantasy and unleash the dragon. So when you pull them out, they're all wrapped up in plastic. Then they're all, again, in their own little individual plastic sleeve. I love Morphe brushes, so I'm assuming I'm going to love these. The majority of the brushes that I use here on my channel are Morphe, so I can't imagine me not liking them. And they're super pretty. They are just these black handles with a purple ferrule and black bristles. And then in foiled green, they say MX Nikita, and then they have the number. So we have the N1, we have the N2. Oh, I guess they're just N3, N4. and 5, 6, and 7. So they're not numbered after the other brushes that they have. So I don't know if these are custom brushes or what the deal is. I would assume they're probably custom brushes, but yeah, they're just N1 through 7. So we are going to use these and see how they perform and do an eye look. Let's zoom in. So in Nikita fashion, I think I want to go for something a little bit crazy and out of the box and something I wouldn't typically do. So this could turn out awful. So we're just going to take a chance and see, and it will allow me to play around with a little bit more shades and just see how they perform. That being said, the end result might not be so good, but we'll see. Also, the Nicole shade really stained my finger. So just as a heads up, my finger is like very pink. So I'm gonna start with the N4 brush right here, which is a little bit smaller. And I am gonna dip into this bright green shade right there called Shigo, which, oh my gosh, that is a Kim Possible reference if you don't know. And that is a throwback. So I'm gonna take this shade and just work it in the inner corner right here, because I think I'm gonna do like a green, blue, purple situation. We'll see. So just gonna work this in here. So now that I have that green down, I'm gonna go in with the N5 brush and the shade BB Boy right there. So that is Baby Boy. And I'm just going to fluff this on the outer half of my eye. That is a very vibrant blue. I feel like that's not a super easy blue to do, and that is coming off very bright. So I am happy with that. Fun. Ooh, something different. And now I'm gonna go in with N3, and I'm going to take this darker, like teal blue shade right here. And this is called Rasengan? R-A-S-E-N-G-A-N. So whatever that is. And I am just going to deepen up my outer corner. So now I'm gonna use my finger, and I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the shade Cyborg right here, which is a silver shade. And I'm just going to tap that right in the middle of my lid where all the shades mix together. And I'm not trying to pack this on, I'm trying to actually just kind of like tap, just get a little bit on my fingers and tap so that it almost gives a little bit of like a topper vibe. I want to be able to still see the blue and the green underneath, but just have like a little bit of like a shimmer to like blur them together. And now I'm gonna go in with a little pencil brush. This is the N6. And we're gonna go into this shade right here, which is called ABG, and we are going to just run this on the lower lash line. Make it a real party in here. That is so fun. I love that. Okay, yay. And then, let's see, lastly, we're gonna go in with this N1, which is just a little bit smaller of a brush. And we're gonna go into this shade right here called Nick. And I'm just gonna use this as an inner corner highlight and a brow highlight. Okay, intensity. That was way too much. So I'm just going to pat it out with my finger. Yeah, see, that's better. Pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye off camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished up the other eye and I put on a pair of lashes. These are the D-Star lashes, of course, in the style Morticia. They were like a limited release for Halloween this year, and this is the first time I actually got to put them on. So I'm very, very excited about it, and they are super dramatic, and I thought that that would just be perfect for a Nikita look because she is dramatic and extra, and this look is so many different colors and dramatic and extra, so I just felt like what a good combination. So I love the way that my look turned out, and I will say that I'm super happy about it. I have mixed feelings about the palette, however. I typically love Morphe palettes, and I love the color story of this palette. However, I feel like the quality is okay. I don't feel like it's anything spectacular, and I feel like I have Morphe palettes that I think perform better than this, but it's not terrible. I will say that I used this Pretty Vulgar primer, eyeshadow primer on my eyes, and I feel like it made a big difference because the swatches I was getting on my arms were just a little lackluster, but using the eyeshadow base and really packing on the color, I do feel like I got bang for my buck. So I'm really happy with the way my eyes turned out. I just feel like you probably have to build these up a little bit more than some other shadows out there. And I really like the matte shadows. I feel like they perform really well. I feel like the shimmers, for whatever reason, just aren't my thing. Which, come to think about it, I do feel like Morphe shimmers in general aren't quite as impressive. It is the mattes that I prefer. But the Maddie Ziegler palette, I loved all of that. But the other 35 pan palettes, oh, and the Jaclyn Hill palettes, I think those are fantastic. Well, the first one is fantastic. The second one, I had hard pan on one of them. So I don't know, I'm back and forth, you know, the whole shebang. I feel like it's hit or miss. For the price, I feel like it's great. But if you aren't caring about the price and you just want phenomenal makeup, then this is just okay, you know? But I do really like the mattes. I feel like it's a really nice color story personally for me. I love this second to last row down here, the pinks and purples. That is like my favorite thing ever. I love these top two rows, the warm and the neutral. I think it's beautiful. So I really like this. The only shade I would say absolutely not is this glitter. It's just not my thing. But besides that, it's good, it's okay. So those are my opinions. Now the brushes, adorable. I love the green writing and the purple ferrule. Oh, I just love that whole thing. And they're very, very soft and they perform great. They're Morphe brushes. I love Morphe's brushes. And yeah, I'm super happy with this brush collection and I'm glad that I have them and nothing bad to say about that. So 2 thumbs up for the brushes and thumbs up for the palette. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you get the palette? Did you not get the palette? Are you happy with it? Are you not? I'm torn. I think it's okay. I'm not upset with it, but it's definitely not something I'm gonna tell people, go, run out, get it, you have to have it. I don't know. I think you could pass. I think you could pass. I think if you're really into Nikita and you want to support her, go get it. I think if you're really, really into Morphe, go get it. But if you're just looking for a palette, I think there are better things out there. So yeah, those are my opinions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!